rusty, but that's just God keeping me humble. Um, anyways, hello everybody. I'm back with you again, and today I just wanted to share a word on obedience and what that means when following God. And this is going to be my personal testimony. Now, I know a lot of people think it's as simple as paying tithes, following the Ten Commandments, doing the obvious stuff. But recently, I've learned it can be as nuanced as eating a certain way, walking a certain way, talking a certain way, even how you spend your time throughout the day. When God, I like to call them unctions, He'll lead me to do something, and I used to ignore them, but the thing is, one thing I've learned to recognize is when I want to do something and God tells me not to, I know what that feels like, because I may get anxious, I may be unrestful and unsettled even if I try to force to do whatever it is that I want to do. And the thing is, I also know when God is telling me to do something and I don't want to do it, because it honestly feels the same way. And no one likes that feeling, but God calls us to obedience for a reason. So a testimony that I have, this is going to sound probably goofy, but it's really accurate actually. So I was in a time of my life where God was telling me to eat a certain way. Don't eat any processed food, cook all my food. And I know now, because He was trying to clean up my finances, the main thing I spent my money on was food. And to top it off, I'm also trying to get into shape. And I had my own idea on what I would need to do to get myself into shape. But as I would grocery shop, I started having God started to send me unctions on what to buy and what to eat and what not to eat. And a lot of the foods that I liked, God was telling me no. So I think I slowly worked it into my diet over time, and eventually this is all I was eating, but I was still eating out over the weekends. And then there came a weekend where I was planning to eat out, and God told me no, and I got anxious. I'm like, man, I really want to eat out, and I tried to rationalize it some way, like I've been so dedicated, but God was still telling me not to. And this is 2 instances this actually happened. So I ended up going out anyway. I justified it, and I ended up getting sushi. If anyone who knows me, they love I love sushi. And at first, I didn't really see anything wrong with it. I ate it. I got really full. Then I went home, and I ended up going to sleep actually because I was so full. And in my sleep, I had so much unrest. I almost feel like I was experiencing spiritual warfare. I felt sleepy, but I could not sleep, and I had all this anxiety. And at the time, I thought maybe I'm just stressing out about nothing. Eventually, I got up, and I ended up getting to work, did homework and things like that, practiced the piano, and I felt a lot better. And then at night, I realized the answer came to me. It was because I'm supposed to be productive. I'm supposed to be doing homework. I'm supposed to be practicing the piano. And I didn't realize it at the time that not eating the way God told me to eat actually caused me to get sleepy, and then that caused me to be unproductive. So there was a reason God told me to eat a certain way, that the food affected me a certain way, and it derailed my day. Luckily, I was able to get myself back together, but at the time, it just had thrown me off. He made a way for me to come back, but it threw me off, and I most likely could have been a lot more productive that whole day if I ate correctly. And I believe this happened the next day, honestly too. I had wanted, actually no, this may have been the next week. I had wanted to eat out again, and I still felt the unction to continue to eat the way God had told me to eat. I had already bought the food. It was at home, and there was a new ramen shop that had just opened up, and I ended up going to eat there, and I rationalized it again. And I'll be honest with you, I love ramen. I love Koreans and their food, but ramen that I actually had was Japanese. But anyway, the food was trash. And not only that is I almost didn't even finish it. And both times I ate out too, I ended up spending way more money than I wanted to, which messed up my budget. Which honestly, I'm just realizing now at the end of the month that I had a budget and I didn't make it, most likely because of those meals that I paid for that God told me not to buy. So I still had to deal with the consequences. And that's just something small. So I just wanted to share that when it comes to God and being obedient, we need to heed the small and the big things. And as we continue to pass the test with the small things, He'll level us up. We'll get more opportunities. We'll move closer to our purpose. We'll be more in sync with Him, and He can trust us with the big stuff. So respect Him when He's calling you to obedience. It's for a reason. His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are above our thoughts. His ways are above our ways. And even if we can't see what He's protecting us from, we need to trust that He knows what He's doing. He knows every hair on our head. He knows everywhere we've gone and everywhere we will go. He knows who our spouses will be. He knows the names of our children before they're even created yet. People don't realize, I feel, who God truly is. He is a being that is so far beyond our understanding. The fact that He even cares about us is a miracle. It's His grace. But this is just something I wanted to share. And not only that, I have a bigger testimony when it comes to jobs I've applied for, positions I've applied for, and they didn't work out, and the ones that did. It truly is amazing. When you just lock in and you become obedient with God, doors begin to open. And I just wanted to share that. My first little small testimony. It may seem small, but it had a big impact on me, and it really helped me move forward. And I just wanted to share that and help others. Even when it comes to when God calls me to practice. Like, some days I don't want to do it, but I know now that it was sowing seeds to bear fruit later. So now I can play songs better, which will eventually open doors for me as well. So when God is calling you to do things, listen, because you don't want to miss His timing. Anyway, have a blessed day.